Being an actor in Hollywood can be a blessing or a curse. One bad role, one poorly received film, and an actor's career is over. Some stars recover, but others, not so much. So here are 5 actors whose careers were destroyed by just one movie. Starting with Jaden Smith, the son of Will Smith, who is known by everyone from the Karate Kid movie or The Pursuit of Happiness. It looked like Jaden could be the next big thing, but it didn't last for long. In 2013 came After Earth, a sci-fi film directed by M. Night Shyamalan. It was supposed to be a major blockbuster, with Jaden and Will Smith co-starring as a father and son duo in a post-apocalyptic world. Well, it was forgettable at best, but the reviews were brutal. And despite his previous successes, Jaden bore much of the criticism. They said he is an annoying kid who lacks charisma, so his reputation as a young actor was destroyed. Immediately after, he stepped back from acting and started rapping. All of these challenges have only made him wiser and stronger. Just take a look at this interview.
And I look, and I go around sometimes, and I hang out with other people that are my age, and they're just kind of just selfie. I'm just like, dude, like, oh my God, like, can we talk about like the political and economic state of the world right now?
On a more serious note, the next person's career was never the same after starring in a great movie. And that person is Jim Caviezel after his portrayal of Jesus in Mel Gibson's The Passion of the Christ. Sometimes one role defines an actor's career, and in the case of Jim Caviezel, it was a performance that moved millions around the world. But what should have been a career breakthrough became an unfortunate turning point. Before he became known worldwide as the face of The Passion of the Christ, Jim Caviezel was a promising actor in Hollywood. With films like Frequency and The Thin Red Line, he was showing audiences his talent and range. Then came The Passion of the Christ in 2004. The film's depiction of Christ's final hours was controversial, but it made a massive impact globally, grossing over $600 million, and part of the reason was Caviezel's emotional performance. While The Passion of the Christ was praised by many, it was also highly controversial, and unfortunately for the actor, that controversy extended to him personally. Caviezel later revealed that after portraying Jesus, he became somewhat of an outcast in Hollywood. He said he had trouble getting roles and believed that his association with the film had made him unwelcome in certain circles. After The Passion of the Christ, he appeared in smaller roles and less films. Caviezel has often said he doesn't regret his decision, even if it cost him opportunities in the industry. But the next person lost any hopes for having a successful acting career after playing arguably one of the most annoying characters in cinema. His name is Ahmed Best, but you'll probably recognize him after hearing his voice.
Terrible things to me if me going back there.
Yeah, he played Jar Jar Binks in Star Wars The Phantom Menace. Ahmed was a young, talented performer with a background in theater, dance, and comedy, and George Lucas wanted to create a comedic, groundbreaking CGI character to bring a fresh energy to the prequels, so he chose Ahmed for this role. When The Phantom Menace premiered in 1999, the hype was immense. But almost immediately, everyone started hating on Jar Jar Binks and young Anakin's actors. Tell me in the comments if you'd like to see a part 2 where I'll talk about the tragic story of young Anakin's actor. Ahmed Best wasn't just dealing with criticism for his performance, but he became the punching bag for fans' disappointment with The Phantom Menace. The backlash was unprecedented, with some blaming him personally for ruining Star Wars. Despite his talent, Ahmed's career never fully recovered. He continued to work but struggled to find roles, often doing voice work or small appearances. For a while there, it seemed like Roberto Benigni couldn't do anything wrong as both an actor and filmmaker. Well, that all changed with his 2002 adaptation of Pinocchio, which earned a stunning 0% score on Rotten Tomatoes. Roberto Benigni's story was once one of Hollywood's most inspiring. After years as a comedic actor in Italy, he became known worldwide for the movie Life is Beautiful, where he played a father trying to shield his son from the horrors of a Nazi concentration camp. The film's unique blend of comedy and tragedy him win the Oscar for Best Actor. In 2002, Benigni decided to adapt Pinocchio, the classic Italian tale, for the big screen. And he didn't just want to direct, he wanted to play Pinocchio himself, even though he was 50 at the time. When Pinocchio premiered, it was met with many negative reviews, especially from Americans who found it bizarre and unsettling. Sadly, Benigni's career took a major hit and offers for major roles in international films dried up. And the last person on this list is actually an actress whose career pretty much came to an end following the release of The Godfather Part 3. She is Sofia Coppola. The first 2 Godfather movies are one of the greatest films of all time. There was enormous pressure to deliver a finale that could live up to the previous films. Originally, Winona Ryder was cast to play the character of Mary Corleone, but due to a last-minute illness, Ryder was unable to perform. In a scramble, Francis Ford Coppola, the director, turned to his daughter, Sofia Coppola, to fill the role. She was only 19 years old, so it was both a huge opportunity and a heavy responsibility for her. But as soon as the film hit theaters, Sofia's performance became a laughingstock. The backlash was brutal, and after The Godfather, she quietly stepped away from acting. Instead, Sophia turned her attention to directing and she was quite successful, one of her movies even winning an Oscar. There are plenty more examples of acting careers destroyed by just one movie, so tell me if you'd like to hear them.